Showtime, Bitcoin moneymaker, every angle to get in the crypto game. Welcome to all my fellow Bitcoin monkeys. Black Friday is still on for security. Nord, half off for VPN security. The best hardware wallets on the market, TREZOR, 3 for 2. Ledger, 21% off. HASHFLARE for mining, like your savings account for Bitcoin, 75% off. And on to our content. And please subscribe, like, leave a comment, share. I'm starting to get, I think, 37 countries now watching, hundreds of minutes watched, lots of views. So, I mean, I'm happy with that. I hope that I get return visitors and that you guys find this valuable, because me just talking about it cements some ideas and helps me think about how I'm organizing different angles to make money in Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. So let's jump into it. Bitcoin has risen to an all-time high of, over 9,000. Wow, it's 9130. That just happened within the last couple hours. I've been on my Ethereum play. My Bitcoin stops got hit, and I stayed and I rested around 87, 8,800, not knowing what was going to happen. And obviously it's gone up. I've kind of had a long day, so I haven't gotten into the Bitcoin trading. I probably should have if I had more energy today and more focus to do that. I was still focused on my Ethereum trade, which I will be honest with you guys, I made a mistake. I made this channel right here. This is the hourly chart for Ethereum. We can go out to the day for people that don't know what's going on with Ethereum, but this isn't the whole history. The whole history goes back, but this is the end of its huge rise, and you can see it's come down, and now it's started to finally have this kind of breakout bull run. A lot of people saying it will. Now it's kind of had a slight pullback, and I should have known that when it rose from 4.4, this bottom of 3.8 million satoshis, all the way to the top of this wick of 6.5. That's a big gain. I think that's, was that 50-60% gain. So it was due for a pullback, and I made some good money going up, longing this on the way up. And so I started drawing some channel lines on the hourly that seemed to be working out pretty well. But as you can see right here, I started longing somewhere around here, and so I did well all the way to here. When I got to here, I had a few stops get hit when it pulled back a little bit, got some good profit, and then here I did a long, and I said I was going to do my short somewhere around 5,500 down here, but then I just was like, I'm not going to let my short hit because I think it's going to bounce off this channel wall anyway, and I just took my my stop, I just took my stop off 5.5 million, and I just said, okay, it's going to bounce off this channel. And this channel was drawn differently before. It was tighter because this wasn't as long. I thought this was a flag and it may jut out. So when it jutted over this way, I got too complacent, and now it's dropped to here. And now I am deep in for this trade. So I am long still. I don't want to get out of the trade, and I don't want to really get a stop hit. I think I'm down like 37% on this one. So I want to wait it out a couple days because my liquidation is way down at like 42. You couldn't even see it on here. I'd have to go back to the daily. I think this is meaningful with all this volume. I don't think it's going to come back down to these levels. Because if we look back even at the daily chart, let's see. The daily chart, we see how meaningful this bull run was. You see how much volume there was compared to all this consolidation. I don't think after that much volume that it's gonna fall back. I think this was a meaningful start to a bull run, and this is kind of some previous consolidation right here. I am wishing that it bounces off this, and that's what I'm thinking it will, because I don't think it's going to get all the way down here again. But with Bitcoin rising, who knows? I'm hoping at worst it just consolidates and floats right under on this line and comes back. And I'm going to stay on my trade because I don't think it's going to go this low, but I should have set a stop loss a lot higher because I think it got to what? It got to 6.5. I should have set a stop loss at like 6.3 or 6.4. got that stop loss hit, then watched this carefully as it came down, not knowing how long this Bitcoin run was going to be, and then go long again once this started to turn around and just take my lump here. And I was dumb, and just the same thing always happens to me where I don't want to take my lump up high because I've been on a winning streak and I think I can't lose. And then I didn't take my lump here, so now I'm praying that this U-turns. So that's my bad, a good learning point, and I'm still reading the Hedge Fund Edge every day, including today, a couple pages, and I think that's helping me realize what I'm doing here. But I do like that I'm starting to draw more channels, so I'm trying to get a little better sense of what's going on. I'm paying a lot more attention to volume. So that's been, and you can see right here, what am I, 39% in. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm going to wait a couple days and see what happens. If I completely liquidate and wash out, it'll be a great damn lesson I won't forget, especially after these wins where I was like, wow, I'm doing pretty well, and then get slapped in the face. But I think it'll turn around. I think it'll take a couple days with Bitcoin doing the way it's doing, but I think I'll use the smaller amounts of my balances in my account to start looking at trading in Bitcoin again, and there's a bunch of others. Moving on to my lending stuff, I got 166 today. I moved that over to Bitconnect. This puts me $855 shoveled out of Chain.Group into Bitconnect. I had $5,000 originally in Chain.Group. I'm scared because they're removing one of their trade groups, and I'm in crypto and in lending. I think everything's kind of shim-shammy on the lending side, so I don't like that their top trading group is planning to stop service. I know they announced that they would months ago, but I don't know, just something about it. There's only 5 or 6 trading groups and one's leaving, so I'm trying to get my house money back before I keep my snowball rolling. And maybe I'll roll, if this all lasts, into something like USI Tech in the future, but we'll see. Anyways, I think I'm up to like 220 for today, so it was a bit better day because of Chain.Group. Let's see. So there's my 170, and then here's my reinvestment of what's already in my investments. Love those liquidation pop-ups. Keeps me grounded. And then if I scooch down, I guess now I'm at 5.3 here. I think in Chain.Group I have like 5 or 6 grand there. In principle, like 6.7. But all I care about is the daily payout that you get. Like not even this. This doesn't matter. It's my daily payout. My daily payout is 220. And my goal is to get it to 500 as soon as possible. I may wimp out at 400 and start taking out more to cover myself to Bitcoin, but we'll see. We'll see how I feel. We'll see if Chain.Group has no more drama because it earns a lot of interest. It earns like 2.2, 2.3, 2.4, and that, I mean, mathematically adds up so quickly. And then moving on to the cloud mining and NiceHash, I've mined Monacoin now and PureCoin and Zcash. I'm going down a list of like 6 or 7, trying to see which one's the most profitable, putting in the minimum amount, which is 500,000 Satoshis, or like 40 some bucks now. Well, now with Bitcoin as high as probably like almost 50 bucks. But so this one, Monacoin, like was down 17% on what I invested, and it's all about like when you bid in the order book and what time it is and how profitable it is that day. So this one got minus 17, but Zcash got, I think it got, I think it was up like 6%, but like the fees, because I had so little, I only had like 40 some bucks, that it dropped to 2% because of the market all of a sudden dropped and Bitcoin rose like it did. And so it went from like up 6% to up only 2%. And then, so anyways, moral of the story is you kind of want to have like 500 or 1,000 bucks if you go into NiceHash to mine a coin, if you want to do arbitrage. And then on top of that, I think you want like at least a 4, 5, 6% gain. Like, I don't think like a 2% will cut it for what it's worth, but I mean, if you do, let's say you do 1,000 and you do a 6% gain, well then that's 60 bucks for not much work once you bid and you just arbitrage the coin. I mean, for, I don't know, 15 minutes of work. And then if you expand from there, I really want to find ones that are like 10%. Like I found Vertcoin. You see I got credited Vertcoin here. One of the times I mined Vertcoin, I made 100%. The other time I broke even. So I want to try Zcash again. I want to try Vertcoin again. I want to try a lot of these again and get better at bidding. And hopefully I see what pays out. Some of my associates and I are still working on getting a rig running, a real rig with graphic cards, and I'll let you guys know what mining pools do well and what coins do well when we start running on that. I'm going to keep experimenting with this. Still reading the Hedge Fund Edge, highly recommend it. And then HASHFLARE, of course, HASHFLARE, of course, the ultimate Bitcoin savings account. It keeps marching higher, and it seems like they reduced their minimum daily reinvestment of $1.40 worth. They reduced it to $1.40 from $1.50, so it makes it easier to compound daily or add new leases daily. And so I'm starting to beat that number with Bitcoin being so high and them lowering it. So we'll see if this speeds up, if my Satoshis go higher again. I started with 2.8 million and it's rising. It's at 6.1 million. So I want to keep seeing that these numbers all rise, and especially that the year one keeps rising, and hopefully it'll keep going up. And that's it for tonight. Trying to keep it short. As always, the rest is up to you.